Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me and I'm not feedback. You hear me? Thumbs up. Cool. Okay, great. Welcome, you guys. We've got a lot going on tonight. It is the garlic night. We've kind of switched up the camera angles. I put one up over the stove. I'm just praying to God that this camera right here doesn't fall. So we're doing things a little bit out of order just because of how long it takes. Oh, maybe so we can hear you. I wasn't sure. Remember last time we started, no one could hear me. So shut it, Caitlin. Soupy, what's going on? Payne, how are you? I'm going to try and keep up with the chat as much as possible. I don't have Lisa here tonight to kind of help out, and my dad ran up to the farm. So first thing you guys can see on this cam, on the lower cam where my hand is down here, that is, so we're going to roast some vegetables. We're actually going to use our pesto that we made. It's roasted garlic. So here, well, actually, I don't know, maybe you guys can get a better shot like this. Look at my shirt. It's for Caitlin. Okay, so what I've got over here is, this is zucchini, and I'll show you guys. It was a bigger zucchini. This is actually from the farm. So we harvested that, but the seeds are kind of big, so I did take out most of the seeds when I chopped it up. And then this is a Peruvian potato, and it is actually purple on the inside. My mom got these at the kids were at Skyline Camp, and so she got baskets of potatoes and some other stuff bought them from the little kids out there. So what we're gonna do this, I've got the oven all the way up to 425. I don't have the oven cam going tonight, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna drizzle it with olive oil first. And I've got the oven at 425 degrees because I want to roast these. So I want them this. I peeled half of the zucchini and left the skin on some. The skins, the bigger they get, the harder it is to get through the skin. So I peeled half of it and I left some of it on because I like a little bit of the texture, which is kind of nice. Also, just so you know, eye level with salt and pepper. That helps get it even distributed. Where's my pepper? Pepper.
It's there.
And salt.
Right there. And the pepper is the...
Oh, yeah, we'll use this. We're using prepackaged bad words. How's everybody doing tonight? What's up, Clarissa? How are you? I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I will try and catch you guys when I can see you guys, so it's kind of hard to do 9 things at once. So all I'm doing is tossing these around in the olive oil, trying to get them coated. Lost a piece on the floor already. That's okay.
No dogs.
No dogs. The dogs are upstairs, and I'm sorry if you hear them in the background. Like I said, my dad ran up to the farm, so he's not here to puppy sit. All right, so I'm going to slide these cubes into a 425 degree oven. And I'm putting them on the middle to lower rack, mostly because I got a bigger piece of equipment that has to go in there. Okay, so those are in. Okay, this is Le Creuset. This is our big one because I need something non-reactive. In case you guys don't know, there's a difference between reactive and non-reactive. So there's a lot of metal pans that you guys can use. Picking up zucchini. Picking up. There's a lot of pans that you can use, but if you use something acidic in it, then it kind of can taint the flavor, like tomatoes or something acidic like lemon or I'm trying to think, what else?
Tomatoes,
lemon. Those types of things. Anyway, it can react and give you a bad metallic type flavor, and I don't want that tonight. So the entree is called 40 clove chicken. It's something that my mom has wanted to try for forever, and that's what this big pan is for, because we're using big chicken breast. But one thing I'm going to show you guys here with this mise en place is that I have 2 cutting boards. You're like, why do you have 2 cutting boards out? Well, because for a number of reasons. Number one, you never mix your meat with your vegetables and produce, fruits, stuff like that. You want to use a separate one and a clean knife for that. So I'm going to move the veggie board out of the way. We're going to prep this 40 clove chicken. And yes, Mama Lane, we grew garlic this year. I'm going to try and find this real quick. These are actually a lot smaller than most of them that we got. I'm trying to give you guys 2 shots of it. And you guys are like, well, why is it purple? Well, the stuff that you guys buy in the store, the reason it's white is because it's shipped over from China and they bleach it, obviously to keep it from going bad and also from growing bacteria and things like that. So that's why it's white. This is purple. And as it dries out, though, it also had turned white too. So here's a good shot of the inside. It's absolutely exactly the same. And the cool thing about us having the garlic is that, well, number one, I mean, you're paying anywhere from $1 to $2 a head, and which is craziness. And also because it's been nice because it's super fresh and it's super vibrant. So, hey, Nadia, how are you?
All of ours is hanging in the basement.
Yeah, so we had to put it in a place that was hanging just to dry it out and stuff, so that it would be okay. So this is called 40 clove chicken, and it actually has 40 cloves of garlic in it. So we're using quite a bit of our garlic tonight. Move this out of the way so it doesn't get contaminated. And I'll be right back because I'm going to grab the chicken out of the fridge. So we are using non-GMO Amish chicken with the skin on, bone-in breast with the skin on. The reason is we're going to crisp up that skin, and the reason I'm using such a large pot, you're like, well, you've got 2 chicken breasts. Well, first of all, I'm going to have them so they cook a little bit faster. Hey, Teresa Newell, how are you? I'm going to cook them. I'm going to split them in half. Hey, Teresa, I didn't do anything with pork tonight, so lucky you. I'm gonna have them, but also I want the room so that the sauce is below it and that skin will stay crisp. So it'll be a good texture. I hate when chicken skin gets all rubbery and disgusting. So, all right. So 40 clove chicken. I did a compromise. Normally I like to roast my vegetables at 450. But what I did was compromise. This is at 425 because this is supposed to be between 350 and 375 when I put this in the oven. So what we're going to do first is I've got the knife out here, and we are going to get this going here. The nice thing about the cast iron too, it's a enameled cast iron, so not only is it non-reactive, but the other thing is that I can slide this right from the stovetop into the oven, and because it's heavy, it once it gets heated up, it heats up evenly. So we're gonna go ahead and light this up. I got on a medium-high heat right now. Didn't realize how many shows were going live tonight, so quite a few. And now I'm gonna wash my hands in between steps, but before I season the chicken or anything, I'm gonna wash my hands.
Did we buy 2 packages?
It's right there. Oh. So I got one hand that I'm using for the knife and everything else. Just gonna crack right in between the bone there.
I'm glad that's you, not me. Why? I don't like the sound.
You don't like the sound?
No.
Sorry, Mama Lane. Actually, Mama Lane can probably season.
Yeah. So far, it's good to get my. You want me to do it?
Yeah. Okay. So cast iron does take a minute to heat up, so I'm gonna process these other 2 chicken breasts here. But Mama Lane will season them with some salt and pepper, and then I will immediately get that board off of there so that we don't cross-contaminate anything. That's bad news bears. Now, the original French version of this, or whatever, I don't know whose version it is. I thought it was French, but Calls for thighs, and you're more than welcome to use thighs. They do stay juicier. But that's also why I'm cutting the breasts in half, is so that they don't dry out so bad. One more to go. So my mom is going to season these with salt and pepper. We are using Himalayan salt. That's just a preference over the iodized. That one cut easy. It's just a preference over the iodized salt.
Iodized salt you should only use in baking. If you're going to do just for seasoning, you can use Himalayan, but you should never use it for baking because all of the salts in baking is made for iodized, which is stronger than Himalayan salt. It has been reduced down, and the salt crystals are much stronger. Himalayan does not have an issue with blood pressure, and if you have high blood pressure, you can switch to Himalayan salt. No, it's better for you.
Still in moderation. It doesn't mean that you go and
oh yeah, right.
Load yourself up. Okay, so what I'm using for oil though is a little bit different. This is avocado oil. It has a higher smoke point than your olive oils or your vegetable oils, and it doesn't really take away from the flavor. So I'm going to put a nice glug of that in there. I like
that measuring
glug. Mm-hmm. A glug in there of the avocado oil. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sear these. I'm going to sear them skin side down first. And when you're putting meat in oil, you always want to put it away, lay it away from you, so that if it splatters, it doesn't hit you. So now you can see why I needed the big pan. Alright, we got that going. So we're going to heat these, we're going to sear this off until they brown for about 10 to 15 minutes. Hey, Nicole, Mama J, Tats, how are you guys? Glug measurements. Yes, Roscoe, hey, Andy. I'd like to know which state smells the garlic that we're going to be using tonight first. So, all right. Got my handy dandy tongs. Now, one of the things is a lot of people are, hey, Umpty, how are you? A lot of people, what they want to do is mess with this. And when you do, what happens is until it's ready to release or it's browned itself, it's not going to release from the bottom, and then you're going to pull that beautiful skin off. So I don't want to do that just yet. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is also get the compote going because of the fact that it needs to cool down to go with the dessert. So what is a compote? A compote is kind of like a loose jam, if you will. We're doing blueberries, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, we actually went blueberry picking this weekend with the kids, which was a lot of fun. And so compote, what we're going to do is I got another pot. Try not to lose my camera. Another pot here. Back in the corner there, right here. It's another Lake Crusade pan. Again, I was looking for something non-reactive because I'm going to be using lemon zest in this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn that up to high. I do like my mom's stove a lot better than mine because it is it's natural gas. Mine's electric. So this is just a half cup of water that we're putting in there. So I'm going to take the water, the half cup, and then 1 to 1, you want to add the sugar. This is just granulated sugar, white, half cup of that. And then what I did was I zested lemon. I'm sketching a little bit. So I zested a lemon. I took, it said 3-inch pieces. So what I want to show you though is that I don't have the white on the back, the pith. You want to just get the yellow part. If you get into the white of it underneath, then it gets bitter. It's called the pith, and you don't want that.
You can see this lemon, the white is still there, and you can see a little bit of the yellow.
You want me to tell them what I'm doing? Yeah, so.
I'm making a lemon garlic, roasted garlic sorbet. So in here I have lemon zest, sugar, some salt, and this is roasted garlic. So it's going in here.
So what we do to roast the garlic, sorry if that's a little loud, guys. I probably put the lid on it for a second. So what you do is you chop the top about 1/3 or 1/4 of the clove off until you can see the cloves exposed. And then you drizzle it with olive oil. You put it in a little foil packet like this, and you pop it in the oven until it's soft. What it does is that makes it so the garlic is super sweet. It's got the garlic flavor, but it's not so bitter. Stir this while the chicken is browning. Sorry if it's really loud, guys. I apologize. I wasn't sure how to do the mic tonight. Like the last time we had so many issues with the mic that I was worried about it, so I didn't bring it tonight. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see that over here. Maybe I can move my mom's pot real quick. So all I've done is I've made the sugar dissolve in the water with the lemon peel in there. That's going to be on the back burner for just a second. So I got to bring that up to a boil. Once it boils for 5 minutes, then I'm going to take the zest of it out, and then I'm going to add the blueberries in. And then you stir those in. It only cooks for a few minutes, and then it's basically like a loose jam. So we're going to try and get it down to a cooler temperature so it doesn't melt the sorbet when we go to do that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and see if this chicken's ready to flip. Not quite. Not real happy with that browning yet. It's going to crisp up some more, though, in the oven, so I'm not that concerned about it. So how's everybody's evening? Hey, Pop Harbor! Yeah, I got some sizzling chicken going on here. I know, but it's super loud. So I want to get some golden color on the skin just so it'll continue to crisp in the oven when I put it in there. So just for you guys, we actually went and bought a brand new ice cream maker. So as Caitlin knows and everybody knows, eat first always. As you guys know, I have the world's smallest ice cream maker, but I can't really do anything with that. So, all right. So we've got the sugar, simple syrup with the lemon zest coming up. My mom, this is what, lemon zest and sugar?
Lemon zest, sugar, and the roasted garlic.
And the roasted garlic. So you got...
And a little bit of salt.
It's got a very faint garlic smell to it. It's not super potent though, but we wanted to get garlic in every single thing. All right. I'm going to show you guys something that we use all the time. Now, one of the things I wanted to tell you guys too is that because we garden, the beautiful part about tonight is everything that you see that we're making, with the exception of buying the actual sorbet machine.
And the lemons.
What? And the lemons, yeah. everything else is coming from the garden tonight. And so this entire dinner, all these courses, cost us $33. And that includes the alcohol that we needed for the 40 clove chicken. So even if you have like a little space on a porch or something, having that garden and being able to access that is crucial. Like right now, we're in the heyday, so we're getting zucchini, we're getting tomatoes, we're getting herbs out of the garden. What else? Cucumbers. So yeah, the cucumber from the salad tonight that we're using, jalapenos. My sister-in-law has been making jalapeno poppers.
Poblano.
Yep, we got poblano peppers, green peppers. So I'm going to show you guys some of the tomatoes.
Delicata squash. Sugar baby watermelons are about ready.
So these are called yellow pear. These are heirloom tomatoes. I don't know what kind this is. You can always tell like a homegrown one because you get these little splits at the top, but that doesn't make them bad or anything. So we're using 2 different colored tomatoes tonight in the salad to go with the salad dressing.
You and I started the yellow tomatoes from seeds.
Yeah, we did. We started look how fat this cucumber is. It's a good 2-3 inches, and so I sliced that up for the salad as well. Not even dinner time yet, Umpy. But I'd love to see you try it with the tiny ice cream maker. Yeah, that would have taken forever though. You guys would have been sitting here a while. Okay, now we're not expecting the chicken to be seared through. It's not supposed to be cooked through. You're just trying to get a little bit of color on it. So I'm going to actually pull it out of the pan now. My mom's in my way.
It's hard being the sous chef.
Hard being the sous chef. Yeah. I'm going to turn the heat down on this for just a minute. So it's like it has to boil for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So you can see I got some color on all the different sides here. Now, I'll be honest, you guys. We have not tried any of these recipes before, with the exception of the butter. And because we use that butter all the time in a lot of different things. So if this goes wrong, this is dinner. So it doesn't even really matter. It's dinner. All right, let me get this out of the way.
I know.
Okay, now, in the bottom of this is goodness. I don't want to lose that. That's called fond, okay? So what I have is I've already chopped one, but there's chicken fat that's released, and this is shallot. This is that I chopped. I got to chop one more. My mom can sit here and talk to you while I chop the shallot real quick. So it is kind of a cross between garlic and onion. And this is what it looks like.
You can usually find them near where the onions are. I am trying to melt all the sugar in this for the lemon sorbet. And we make our own pesto. We make it in the fall, and we have found by using the garlic that we've roasted, it makes a yummy pesto. It's different. We made 2 weekends ago or 3 weekends ago, we made the garlic scape pesto, which is the tops of the garlic, and then we made arugula pesto.
With Lisa's arugula.
Yeah, it was Lisa's arugula, and it is really good. So I love to take pesto, and I'll use chopped garlic, and throw it in the bottom of a pan. Chop up some miniature tomatoes, throw them in the bottom of the bowl, and throw the pesto in the bottom. take some chicken, and I usually cheat and buy rotisserie chicken and throw it in the bottom of the. I'll take it off the bone and throw it in the bottom, and then I make pasta, whatever you want, and then I throw my cubes of, because we freeze the pesto so we can have summer in the middle of winter. And and you can buy these basil plants like this one, and you can grow this just on your porch or in your house as long as it gets sunlight. And these will get big and full, and we have this in the garden, but this is one I have here at the house, and I'll use it all summer for a tomato mozzarella salad.
Goes good in drinks too.
It's good in lots of things. So it's not as hard to have fresh if you want to take the time. My grandmother used to garden all the time. That's where I got it from.
That's what she said. Okay, sorry, I can't stay out in the yard and keep losing Wi-Fi. Hi, Sharon, how are you? Love to eat those yellow pear tomatoes straight up. Yeah, they're great, Umpy. They're one of my favorites that we grow.
And Nolan's favorites.
Notice that she pipes in our little chef.
Yeah, we have a little chef. I'm moving this off the heat. Don't forget that burner's hot.
Okay. Don't forget the burner's hot. I guarantee I'll burn something tonight. Alright. So I've got the rest of the chopped shallot going in now. And I gotta pull the zest out. This you can. Now the sugar mix, the simple syrup mixture, is changed to a vibrant kind of a yellow color. I just pulled the zest out because I've used what I need it for. Now I'm going to add the blueberries that I picked. That's 2 cups of blueberries. Little tiny leaf, or as my niece calls them, dollars.
Yeah.
1 stem. Yeah, so my niece she got fed up with picking pretty quickly, so she kept calling them dollars, and then the blueberries themselves were coins. Now, like I said, we don't want to lose that flavor that's on the bottom of this pan. So in a minute, when we add the alcohol, we will pull that back up. So as you can see again, that's some chicken. I turned this down to the medium-low heat, but this pan retains a lot of the heat so that I can still cook and saute these pretty well. I don't want them to get dark or anything like that. They are getting brown. That's because they're picking up the chicken skin and the fond. That's what it's called. It's on the bottom. Hey, Marissa, how are you? How are you? All right. So we got that going. And then the next step is going to be to add the garlic. So cook these down. I just want them to get a little softened here. And then, no joke, my mother sat and peeled 40 cloves of garlic. So, way to go, Mama Lane.
Tomorrow, nobody will want to talk to us.
No, but there's a lot of, Mom, you're a nutrition, so can you explain some of the health properties there are to garlic?
Well, they think that garlic is one of the essential, like for cholesterol lowering, and it's good for circulation. And garlic just is one of those things that the benefits are many. Besides, it wards off Dracula. But
yeah, notice says, "Hey, Christina, I can smell the garlic all the way in Tennessee." There we go. We got the garlic down to Tennessee. We got to get it out there to Mama J in California. Although Mama J's driving, so I don't know that she necessarily wants the. Yeah, cooking with garlic is amazing. I love garlic. There's some people that don't like it, some people that think it's too strong, and if you don't like it and you think it's too strong, honestly, one of the best things that you can do is roast it. You still get the garlic essence, if you will, but it is so much nicer. So we're just cooking. The blueberries are starting to come up to a bubble here. Just verify that I'm not doing anything wrong. And I'm just going to need some lemon juice at the end. I don't want to take the tartness off the lemon juice, so we're just trying to get these to pop a little bit. This is actually the same way that I do the cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving time. So I put the cranberries in. Actually, I use orange juice for that though. Oh my gosh! I wish you guys could smell this.
I'm so excited we're making it.
Yeah, this has been something my mom's always wanted to make, and I've seen it. I've watched it. My cousin Danielle, who lives in Iowa, she's made it before. Or is she in Illinois?
She lives right on the.
I thought she was actually an Iowa address.
Nope.
Okay, my cousin lives in Illinois.
She's on the right. You can cross right in. I think 5 miles.
And she's made this before, and she told us how good it was. So. I'm just trying to get, so the garlic cloves are starting to turn a little bit translucent. I'm not trying to get any color on them. And if you have too high a heat, there is so much sugar in the garlic that it can scorch. And you don't want that. I don't want to lose the garlic. I just was trying to get some of it off. And the reason you leave them whole is the more that you, loving this 2-camera view. Oh, thanks. Turn that down a little bit. Because of the fact that the more you cut it up, the more that the bitterness of the garlic comes out, and the more flavor comes out. So I'm going to show you when we go to do the salad dressing after I get this chicken in the oven, exactly what happens there. So I'll show you a real super easy way, because a lot of people are like, I love using garlic, but I always buy the pre-peeled stuff and da-da-da-da-da. Well, you don't know what it's been through. So if you like fresh garlic, there's a really easy way to peel it, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute.
Also, garlic is not that hard to grow. But the thing is, you cannot buy the garlic in the grocery store that's been bleached. It will not grow. You need to buy fresh garlic, like what we took out of the garden. But don't pay. One year I saw it and I thought I was going to try it. But they wanted $7.95 for one head of garlic. Well, you don't know how many cloves you're going to get in there. So anyhow, I didn't do it that year. But last year, you have to plant the garlic in the fall. So last year I planted it in middle of October. And then and you have to cover it with mulch. But you can't be worried about it if you live like where we do, which is Michigan. It will do fine through the winter. So we did. I had 2 5-pound bags. One it was called soft neck, and one was called hard neck. And these are hard neck. And you can see this little thing in here.
And then, while she's talking, I'm adding the lemon juice to the compote.
You can see this little stem thing in here. These are hard neck. And these are the ones that when you see that they've braided, they braid the hard neck garlic.
So I'm just stirring the lemon juice into the compote now. The blueberries started to pop, and so it kind of looks like a jam now. So we're just gonna let that cool for a minute. All right. So we're at a little over 2 minutes. Now this is vermouth. This is a dry vermouth. You must check your recipe because it comes in sweet and dry. This was over with the white wines. It smells like a white wine. It smells sweet, but this is a dry one. So this recipe calls for a half a cup. So I just want to get that to reduce a little bit. And what I'm going to do is, while I'm at it, I'm going to keep stirring, trying to get that flavor. All that brown on the bottom of that pan is flavor. And whenever you add a liquid to a pan like that, a hot pan like that, you can usually get it off, so you can see that it's coming off the bottom. Now this pan has been used for 90 million things, so it wasn't dirty. It's just that that's what the enamel does when you use it for years and years and years. My mom is fortunate because most of hers match in color. I have every color in the book.
Tell them how you got your first set.
So my first, well, no, you actually bought me my first piece. But we went to an estate sale in a more affluent area of the county, and they had a stack of old school Staub and Le Creuset. Now these are very expensive, but what I will say is the nice thing about them is they last forever. I mean, you can pass them down for generations. Oh, Dad's back, and Dad's eating my blueberries. Hi, Father.
Hi.
So they last forever. I have like a purpley color, like eggplant color. Hey, Lori, how are you? Yes, Caitlin's always causing shit. So anyway, they last forever. The enamel on it makes sure that you can do pretty much anything, and you can go from stovetop to oven if you need to. They're super heavy, so that you don't tend to have scorch marks and things on the bottom and everything else. All right, so we have got the vermouth in. It's kind of reduced a little bit. So now what I want to do is I'm going to add the chicken back into the pot here. Skin side up. Nestle that in on top of these shallots and the garlic here. How was the farm, Dad?
It was good. Not as good as your blueberries.
Did you put that stone in its last one?
Okay. So we got the chicken, and then there's juices that are still on the plate. I'm just going to go ahead and pour those back in. That is flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Okay, now, you can add tarragon if you want. Don't even know if I could find ours.
I don't think there is any.
I don't think there is either. I don't really like the tarragon, so we're leaving it out because of the fact that it's got a licoricey flavor to it. Not my favorite.
Do you want to show me this thing? It is a tomato.
Oh, okay. I'm off camera again, so. All right, sorry about that. So, Mom wants me to show you this, which is a tomato knife. So it's a serrated knife, but you have a lot more control. Hey, Mad Hatter. Obi. Mom is prepping the salads as we speak. All right, so I've got that in, the chicken back in. We're going to put some parsley in here. Okay. Yeah, we got a plate on there. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to tear off some of this fresh parsley. Give it a rinse. And it does not say to chop it. They just kind of want you to sprinkle it in. So we're just going to sprinkle some sprigs of fresh parsley in here. Like so. Huh? If you can be quiet.
Oh, we're good.
And then I gotta put chicken stock in, and I need 3/4 of chicken stock, which I used yesterday. So I do like to use the I do like stock. There's a big difference between stock and broth. Okay, stock they use vegetables and things when they're cooking it to get flavor in it. Broth is just broth. They're just using the chicken meat or the chicken bones. Hey John, how are you? All right, so we're adding 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock. Again, I'm going to try and nestle this and pour it in so that I don't get it on the top of the skin there. I do want them to try to crisp up. All right, so this is going to be a little warm, so I'm going to grab this. Now, all I'm going to do is slide this in the oven. I do have the temperature up because the chicken is thicker than what a thigh would be. So I'm going to slide that in to the oven, and that is done. Whew. All right, so next thing we're going to do is, and I was going to have to move the camera, or I might have to move the camera, is we're going to make the dressing for the salad. So there's a buttermilk garlic dressing that we're going to be doing, and I'm hoping that I can twist this for a minute. Hang on, let me get some of this stuff cleaned up. You want to show them your salads that you made? Sure.
So I've got fresh spring mix down below, fresh tomatoes out of the garden, the little yellow tomatoes on there, and slices of cucumber. If you like croutons, we have an excellent garlic crouton recipe that we can share. You can put it on your thing.
What?
The recipe for the
Oh yeah, and again, the Patreon is in on the title page for my channel. If you are interested in doing so, $5 and up, you get access to all of the recipes that we do on these shows and on the other shows that I've done. So you get access to all of those. I type them up, give you guys the links and everything else. I'm not saying that I created these. I'm not that cool, kids. But actually, I don't know. Hang on, let me get this out of the way.
What would you want me to do?
Kind of hold this. Maybe you can angle it a little bit.
Okay.
So that they can see the cutting board like right about there.
Is that good?
Yeah. Sorry if it's going to shake a little bit. All right, so let me reverse out of here. 1 second. I lost my salad. Okay. This is a buttermilk garlic salad dressing that is famous from a Houston's restaurant. I've never heard of it before. Whoops, went too far. I gotta grab the mail too. And that's the nice thing is you guys can often find recipes that mimic some of your favorite places that you eat. We have always loved creamy garlic dressing. That's actually something that I've asked for on more than one birthday because I like it so much. I'm running out of contact space.
Yeah. Was clean.
Alright, so all I got is a mini chopper here. So I need a half a cup. Uh-oh, we lost it. Nope, it's still down. Okay. So I need a half a cup of mayonnaise. Lord, woman.
Sorry.
I'm just doing it in 2/4 cups. That's what we're going to do. Now, if you guys want to turn this into a ranch, you can. You can add dill to it, and it would be more of a ranch style dressing than just this buttermilk garlic. So all I'm doing is spooning mayonnaise. So I need a half cup of that. And this is real mayo. Don't use, it's not the same as like Miracle Whip, kids. I learned that the hard way once when I was a kid too. Definitely not the same.
And use the mayonnaise that you like. And I know like there's certain areas where they have Dukes and certain places where it's just only Kraft or whatever your family's used.
I did see one of those.
What do you need?
A 2/3 cup of sour cream. And this is just a Kroger brand regular sour cream. If you use the low fat, the lower fats are sweeter. So I would just use a normal fat. Stop and jail age. Sorry guys, I know we're not answering too much, and I'll try and grab some of the chat here once things slow down a little bit, so I apologize. What did Umpty say?
He says, stop and
John.
And I went through that town once years ago, and I even smell like garlic. And the streets were bright red because they were bringing the tomatoes in. Where was this at, Auntie?
Someplace where they hold garlic festival.
Isn't there a garlic festival here in Michigan? One?
Yeah, there is one somewhere.
I'll look it up when I get my break.
One thing that they found about Michigan is even though it's a state where the weather can change on any second, is that we do have some really good climates to grow produce. Cherries, we're well known for. They found that we can grow wine grapes up in the Upper Peninsula. All right, so we got 2/3 cup of sour cream, half cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk is not good to drink on its own. I will tell you that.
Some people like it.
So it stinks. It kind of smells like sour milk. Some people do like it, but not me. Oh, I need a half a cup of that. It's tart though, so it adds a little tang to it. So we got some buttermilk in there. And then I need 1 teaspoon paprika.
It's right there.
What?
See the red tin?
Oh, here we go. Teaspoon paprika and let's say a whole teaspoon. Yeah. So we usually use smoked when we do our eggs. Like deviled eggs, we use smoked on that. So 1 teaspoon of that. Wipe this off. Half teaspoon of black pepper. And dry mustard, which I forgot to get out too, but I saw it.
Oh, that's good.
Y'all don't want to see this.
It was during the pandemic. I cleaned it all out and it was organized.
I just saw it. Should have gotten it out beforehand. Don't fall, Pam. You want to show them the compote?
There's the compote. And you can see it. Looks yummy. Do you want me to put that in something and put it in the fridge?
Yeah, once I get this
Okay.
blended up, I'll put the thing back on. I just gotta find that. I just saw it. Pumpkin pie spice. Y'all need nutmeg. You can come here and visit anytime you need. Or cinnamon. My dad likes to buy cinnamon every time he goes to the store.
Because he makes the best apple pies.
I've lost the mustard. Sorry.
I'm not any
My
help.
bad. Well, you're holding the camera, so I'll let you slide this time.
I had Brandy show you that tomato knife, and I had a chef tell me that you need a tomato knife, and I thought, oh, well, that's just another knife you want somebody to spend their money on. But I bought one. I listened to them, and when we get ready to can in the fall, it makes life so much easier. If you've ever tried to cut a tomato and it kind of like explodes on you, it will never happen with a tomato knife. There really is a huge difference in cutting through the skin, and it actually slices.
We have lots of chili powder apparently too. I can't find it now. Did I get it out? I don't remember getting it out.
I don't see it over there.
Sorry, technical difficulties, kids. We're not professionals. We don't do this for a living.
Am I making anybody dizzy with the...
That is crazy. I literally just saw it the other day when I was over here.
Is it up here? No, is that it?
No, it's ginger. Well, we might be doing it without the mustard, whatever. If I can't find it.
Sorry.
It's not your fault, whatever. Shit happens. I swear it's cumin, garlic. You have every kind of salt and every kind of cinnamon in here, and we don't have mustard powder. Nutmeg.
There is one place I can check.
Where?
Here. There's...
Hang on.
In the dining room. I took down that one thing.
Alright, hang on guys. I'm going to put you guys back up here for a minute. Because my arm is killing me. There we go. Put you back up there for just a second while I keep looking. If I can't find it, I can't find it. I'm not going to prolong this any further. I wish you guys could smell what it smells like in here, because it smells absolutely amazing. It's like one of the best Italian restaurants that you've ever been to. Although we tried to mix it up so there wasn't everything. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I need a teaspoon of roasted garlic. I'm actually just going to squeeze the whole head in, and so this is what... So when you squeeze it, it starts popping out. But this is so much more mild than the other one. Bake myself, be right back. Oblivious Brandy strikes again. Thanks, Caitlin. So I'm just gonna squeeze this whole head of roasted garlic in here.
Nope, there isn't any there.
All right, we're just gonna do it without the mustard, whatever. That's the good thing about cooking versus baking, is you can change things up. All right. Squeeze that. Let's throw this away. Got all that I needed. That is all that we needed in here. All right, so we're just gonna whiz this up until the garlic's incorporated and everything's done. Okay, simple as that. Now you got dressing. So we did this with the Caesar last weekend, where we did. I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah.
Straight down the side too. Let's see if it just needs a little brightness or anything.
Sorry, I keep moving the thing. Don't stick.
No. You need a little acid. To me. You want to taste it?
Yeah.
I think it needs a little acid.
Well, maybe that's what the...
I don't think the mustard would have provided acid, but it's
Oh.
very dairy forward. You think it needs like a little...
Needs something. A little brightness.
Just a little bit of lemon juice?
Yeah, just a tad, not much.
Hope it doesn't curdle it. We might curdle our own dressing. The chicken?
No, the garlic
Oh.
in there. And I think probably the more it sits, the more it'll take on the flavor.
Possibly. There you go.
Much better.
There we go. Just a little bit. We just put a splash of the lemon juice in, and it brightened everything up a little bit.
If you ever watch the cooking shows, one of the things a lot of them make a mistake is they don't taste as they go along. And a lot of people, that's how they lose, because they don't taste their food. I'm even teaching Nolan when he cooks with me as we're going along to taste the food. And I caught him something he really liked. He had a great big huge spoonful of it instead of just dipping it in and tasting it.
Put you guys back up here. Sorry for moving you guys around. If anybody has motion sickness, my bad. Okay, so I'm going to check on these veg that we put in here. I want them to be a little bit tender.
Right behind you.
That's kitchen talk for don't move, jackass. Alright. So we got the veg out now. Let's slide this over so you guys can see it. And yes, Caitlin, I almost just on TV back in the day. Just check these and see if they're tender.
Oh, they look good.
They do. Okay. So the potatoes have a little bit of crisp to them. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're a little bit golden. I know I don't have the best camera, but they're a little crispy because of the olive oil. And then the zucchini is tender. A little bit of golden brown to those. So what we're going to do now, the foil that I used on this part of it is you can get it. It's Reynolds Wrap nonstick grill foil. The reason I use that is because the veg usually slides off really well. Slide that out of the way. My dad always hates me and my mom when we get... Well, he doesn't hate us because he gets fed, but he's never very happy when we destroy the kitchen.
We blow it up.
Alright, so we're going to slide these off the pan here into this bowl. Oh, I need the pesto. Oh. Okay, so to do pesto is super easy. We'll put the recipes up that we used. So the one that we're using is roasted garlic pesto. So again, we roasted it off, makes it a lot more sweet. And awesome. So it's very simple. It is an herb, or in one case we used the arugula, and we used the garlic scapes in the other one, and then a nut that you like. So in one we used toasted pecans.
How many do you want?
Oh, what, 3, 4? So what my mom's got here is what we do is when we portion them out into ice cube trays. and freeze them, and then they pop them out. So 2 or 3 of these. I don't want that ice in there though. 2 or 3 of these will suit this veg. So I'm not really adding anything to it right now. I'm going to put the hot veg on top of the ice cubes here, so it'll just to melt down the pesto. And it melts down pretty quick because it's just olive oil, like I said. So this is basil, roasted garlic, pine nuts, and Parmesan cheese. Some of them that we did this year, we did not put the Parmesan cheese in right away. Because they said, actually, we saw in something that suggested not putting the Parm in. It actually freezes better without the Parmesan. So we're going to try and see if it works or not. The ones from last year, they did put the Parmesan in already.
I've always put the Parmesan in for the many years that I've done this.
You're not cooperating with me. Mom, you probably got to get that sorbet in.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It had to cool down.
Alright, so we got the veg in this big bowl because it was sitting there and it was clean. Probably could have used a glass bowl, but whatever, it was sitting there and it was clean. It's still warm. Let's set that outside. Be right back, guys. We're going to sit this outside. Alright, so this is what it looks like in the bowl. And all I want to do, I just want to gently toss this. And get some of the, it's already starting to melt down. So, in case you guys can see that. The pesto will start to melt down. And all we're going to do is gently toss this. I don't want to break up the zucchini too much. But I'm going to let the veg sit on here a little bit longer and try and melt that down some. So, put that off to the side. Okay, so the last thing is an easy thing. I got to rinse the mini chopper out here real quick. The last thing is an easy thing, but it's something that you guys can use in so many different ways. And it's a compound butter. And the reason we're showing you guys this is we're going to make it tonight so that it's garlic forward, meaning we're using it with our bread this evening. And but you can do a lot of different things. So all a compound butter is adding herbs and stuff to butter, and then like at Thanksgiving time we put it underneath the skin of our turkey so that it flavors the turkey. So everything that I put in the brine basically goes into the compound butter. We work that underneath the skin of the turkey, and it flavors the turkey meat while it's cooking. It also helps to crisp up the skin. Bye, Christina. Oh, John left. Okay, Christina's still here. All right, this is what I get for trying to half read. So I can only read the comments on this little phone right now, so I'm not seeing too much of it. So you can use it for that. Tonight we're using it to make the garlic bread mix. So it's going to be very simple. Salt, pepper, fresh garlic, a little bit of basil. Is all we're going to do with that. So it's super, super, super simple. So what you need to do, there's a lot of different kinds of butter. This is the butter that we choose when we do the compound butters that we're going to eat, that we're not cooking with. Irish butters, this Kerrygold especially has a higher butterfat content, so it's got a good mouthfeel and a lot of flavor. So if you can see those, like the European styles and stuff like that. Did you put the canister in? Did you put the canister in? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I thought for a minute she had forgotten to put the canister in, and we were gonna have to dig ice out. But okay. So what I did was I put it out so that it's room temperature basically. And I'm just gonna add it to the mini chop again. Now what you can do is you can actually store this for about a week or so in the fridge if you want to use it for something else. Say you're making salmon or something like that, you could do dill or whatever in your butter. If you guys are making scones and you wanted a citrus, you could put like orange zest or lemon zest in a butter, and so that you could use it in that way too, like a citrus butter, great on fish as well. So this is a multiple uses, but all we're doing is taking a room temperature butter, and I know my mom wants me to show you this, so wipe this off. So I was trying to make sure that this had cooled down some. Oop. Okay. Okay, so in order to get your garlic out of the skin easy. Now, I don't want anybody to be like a ninja warrior or anything like that. I'm only using 2 cloves in this because I'm not cooking this. It's not the roasted. So I'm only using 2 cloves.
There is more roasted garlic.
I know, but that's not what we're doing tonight. So, all right. So what you can do with your garlic so that it's easy to peel is you take the flat of your knife and then just pop it. Okay. So then what happens is I'm going to chop it up anyway. If you need nice pretty slices, don't use this method. If you don't and you're going to use it in something like what I'm going to do, it works out great because it breaks the skin off. You don't have to sit there and try and peel it. Because normally, especially with fresh garlic, it's the paper that you got to try and peel off, and that's super hard to do. So this is a time saver. Just be careful that you don't have your knife tilted and you try and smack it, and keep your fingers up so you don't cut yourself on the edge of the knife. And that's why you should use a wider knife too instead of a skinny knife, because you have a more chance of it losing control. And then fingers in, kids, fingers in, fingers in. Some people don't like to play it safe. So I'm just giving this a rough chop. And we're going to throw this in the mini food processor. Thank you, Sous Chef Deb.
Mm-hmm.
I got some of that washed parsley that I did earlier. So I'm just going to chop up some of the leaves here. Now again, this is versatile, so you guys can use any flavors that you want and mix it in the butter. And then tearing some of this basil off my mom's pretty little plant. Ooh, that's good. That's good?
Mm-hmm.
Mama says the compote is really good. Alright, so basil leaves, easiest way to do that, I like to roll them the long way so they looks like a tube here. Okay, and then you slice it very thin. It's called chiffonading. I do this. I try. Ordinarily, if you're going to use them and you're going to keep them whole, you wouldn't want to cut them because when you cut them, they start turning color. But if you're going to put them in something like this compound butter, it's okay that you can do that. Now, I'm not going to add any salt because of the fact that this is a salted butter. If you want to control your own salt, go ahead and use an unsalted butter when you're making compound butters, and then you can control how much salt you want in there. Where'd the top go?
With the top, what?
Where'd the top of the mini chop go?
Oh, I don't know. Right there.
Oh. Okay. I told you Fox wouldn't show up tonight. I told you he was a vampire. Alright, so I'm just gonna.
He might be still riding his way here.
No, he told us last night in the car that he wasn't gonna do that because somebody got charged like $300,000 for getting one of those bikes to Dominican Republic. That's right. Someone took one of those city bikes from New York City and took it to the Dominican. All right. So this is plastic wrap. gonna do, take this blade out real quick. You guys watching the Olympics and doing stuff? Yes, I am still oblivious. That is what my shirt says too. See? Hashtag oblivious. Available in my Teespring. Courtesy of Caitlin. Alright, so I'm going to take this butter out. You can see I didn't pulse it so that it turned like a bright green. There's still chunks of everything in here. And I want that because it's going to melt down onto the bread. Okay. So then what we want to do is I'm going to try and form it into kind of a log shape. That's why you use the plastic wrap so you don't get your hands all covered. But basically I'm going to roll it up here in the plastic wrap, twist the ends, and then put it in the fridge. And then you can cut it just like a normal stick of butter in little coins. Now what this is also great for, this version of it with the garlic and everything, is you can actually... Mom Umpty said if I knew a couple weeks ahead of time I would start hitchhiking to Michigan so I could eat at one of these lives. My luck there would be no cooking that night. Yeah, I could let you know. We're going to try and do them once a month. Hey, Roo Crew! Okay, so back to this. So what you guys could do with this version, with the garlic version, the savory version, is you can also put this in, chill it, cut the coins, and it goes, if you put it on the top of a steak or a chicken or a pork chop, and let that melt over, it turns into a delicious sauce. So I'm just going to pop this in the fridge so that it kind of sets back up for me. Alright, let's check this veg. Alright. And pesto has melted down. I wish you guys could smell this. It's the way that when the herbs hit the vegetables, oh my gosh, it's just, it smells so good. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Try and get in the light here. Just taste. A little more salt. Just a little bit. Pinch here. I forgot to get bowls out.
What do you want?
Oh, fine. Probably I can just use one of these. How long does the sorbet have to go, Mom?
Till it mixes up.
till it good. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get this out. Now again, the nice things about the pestos is you don't have to just use them on pasta. So I know you guys are going to say, oh, it's green, it's ugly, da 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 da. But the taste of it is amazing, you guys. It's very kind of creamy. Sorry, that was the dogs. That wasn't thunder. For once, it's not storming here. Nope. And then I'm just going to finish this off with a little bit of shredded Parmesan over
that does smell good.
the top. And that is roasted veg with pesto and Parmesan. You would never do the death nut again? I don't know. I'm considering it. I'm honestly considering it. All right, let's check my chicken here. Do you have a meat powder?
I do.
Let me check this. Check my chicken. I lost my apron.
There you go.
I have no butt. All right, let's take that off. Yep. All Alright, so let me, hang on, I'm going to pull this chicken out so you guys can see it. Yes, the kitchen sink is full. Check the internal temperature of the chicken. And then I'll show you guys a trick that I learned watching America's Test Kitchen. Holy shit. Looks like we're done. Okay, so we needed to be at about 165, which it looks like we are. Yeah, we're good. All right, so now what we're going to do for the last couple minutes, just to get this to get some color on it, is we are going to pop it back in with the broiler on. Bread. Oh, yeah. Can you put that in some foil?
Yep.
Okay, so the rack is about halfway down. So I'm just going to throw this in there, and I'm going to have to watch it because I don't want to burn the chicken. I just want the skin to crisp up a little bit. Guess I can turn.
You want to tear me off a chunk of foil, please?
Foil? Yeah, hang on a second. Let me go back over here. Shut the... Is this better? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah? No? Yes. Okay, cool. You guys have any questions about the garlic process or anything like that? You guys see my shirt? Oh, that's Mama Lane making noise. I know it comes a little bit slow, so I was just wondering, you guys have any questions on anything that we've done? As soon as I get that out of the broiler. So the 40 clove chicken, by the way, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to serve it with crusty bread. So we did buy a French bread, like a bacon steak. Well, it was already baked. But we're going to be using the compound butter if you want garlic bread to kind of go with it because it's got the 40 cloves in it. And this you can also dip in the sauce that's been made. Jenny says it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me, Roscoe. LOL. What's a once-in-a-lifetime experience? Oh, the Death Nut Challenge? I'm trying to find another brave soul because if I get the guts to do it, that 3.0 version is looking a lot rougher than the last one that I did. But I'm thinking about doing it if I get to 1,000 subs. So we'll see. Something stupid that I do to myself all the time.
I won't be party to that.
My mom says she won't be a party to that. She also thinks I'm crazy. Usually because I have to drink a half of them.
Did you have the timer?
No. Yeah, I know the door's open. Jeez. Everything's smart technology now. Oh, Angie will do it. Sweet. John would do it again. Awesome, awesome. 1K, so like next week. No, I'm not even close to that. I wish, but no. But that 3.0, Jenny, tell John to look at it, because that 3.0 is kind of crazy. I don't even know where I am. Is it like 6 something? 660? I don't even know. $6.99. Who knew? $6.99. That's awesome. Cool. It's. I couldn't even afford to keep giving out gifts if I keep doing this. So he's looked at it. 2.0 didn't even bother him. Yeah, the 3.0. Brady will be at 1K in a couple of days. I wish, but I hope not. I hope that it's slow growth now. That was a wild ride, but slow down a little bit. Slow down. I'm having fun. Umpty. Speaking of Umpty, while you guys are here, while I got time waiting for that chicken to do its thing. So, I bought Umpty a snack crate as a giveaway. We are going to test it on Thursday night, and if everything is a go, you guys are going to see the world premiere of Umpty Scratch, his virgin episode on Geek Meets Eats next Tuesday night. We're going to do the boxes. I actually saw a teaser on Snack Crate's Instagram that said that the box is from Morocco. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Let's see what we did here. Slide the bread in so it warms up. All right, let's turn this back on. Mic off. Hang on. Okay, so there you guys, you can see the skin is crisp. You can kind of hear it. Tap, 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 tap. Crisp up that skin there. So you got that crunchy little piece there. As you can see here, the garlic that's in there is, so this is reduced down about 1/4 of an inch, and the garlic is super tender. That is the 40 clove chicken. I don't think once I get the chicken back out, I will, season again the sauce and everything else. And then basically what we're going to do is just kind of ladle it over right at serving time so that it doesn't, make the skin so soft. Where did you do with where's the sorbet maker?
It's in the bathroom corner.
Okay. I will be right back. Mama Lane is chopping some thyme, but I'm going to go check on the sorbet and see how it's doing. I'll be right back.
The reason I put it in there because it makes noise. I'm chopping up fresh thyme for on the sorbet. They suggest you serve it with a little bit of thyme. And I know that sounds crazy, but it gives it just a little bit of an earthy flavor. So, how's it doing? One thing I wish I had while we cook, because Brady and I do this often, cook these big meals, is someone that went along and put everything in the dishwasher and away instead of after we're all done. Ooh, this looks so good. I wish you were here to smell all of this. It is so yummy. I think Julia Child would be happy.
Yeah, is it? No, it's not even close. So I'm just going to tell you guys the sorbet is not even close. We'll have to put pictures on Instagram of that because it's 8:30 already. Night, Nicole. Okay, something else is, you guys know him. He's supported a lot of us. He is a great individual. He is moving. That is Obi is moving. He has mystery boxes that are still left. If you visit him on his Instagram account, they're great. I think they're like $50 boxes, $10 ship, so $60 out the door. And it was a guaranteed value of, I think, $50 at the time of packing. He's trying to get those sold out before he has to move. As you guys know, he's leaving Florida and going to Kentucky. So if you can give Obi some love, check that out. He's got some really nice hits in there that you can get on that as well. He is going to be 9:00 p.m. tonight, you guys. So do we, Mama Lane. What is she talking about? What is Caitlin talking to you about? So do we, Mama Lane.
What?
I don't know. Caitlin says, so do we, Mama Lane. Fly me to Michigan. I will be your assistant.
Okay.
All right, Umpty. Yes, we don't make him move with all those boxes. Get one of Obi's boxes. Yes, thank you, Jenny.
Tell Caitlin she can come anytime.
No, that was Umpty.
Oh,
Umpty's coming to visit.
Okay.
We can't even get my little adopted brother to come visit, so it's insane. But yes, Caitlin would be welcome anytime. You'd have to fight Fox for the she shed, though. But he's going to be on. Obi is going to be on following Geek Meets Eats at 9:00 on the Four Horsemen. I believe that's on Let's Start a Pop Collections channel. And I will tell you guys this: it actually is not like a potent, like knock you out garlic smell in here, or at least maybe, I don't know, because I'm sitting here, I don't smell it as much. But it's not like that potent smell that you would think. Maybe I'll plate something for you guys so you guys can see what it'll look like. But it just smells delicious in here. There's you can smell herbs, you can smell the garlic. Like I said, we did a lot of it roasted. But back to
garlic. The salad one.
Oh, okay. So she plated one of the salads already with the dressing on it. So yes, if you guys can head over to Jeremy's channel after this, show Obi some love, grab one of his boxes. That would be awesome. And apologize, but the sorbet, I mean, it's super cold. Like there's ice on the outside of the little container, but it's still liquidy in there. So sorbet isn't quite done yet, but we will plate one of those for you guys so that you guys can see what it looked like before we eat it. I'm gonna try and do quenelles. I was gonna do that live, but who cares? I'll show you. Basically, to do a quenelle, you take 2 spoons until it turns into like a football shape. So we're gonna do that with a little bit of the blueberry compote over it. At least you guys got to see us make that and everything else. And we'll try and describe for you guys exactly what the lemon garlic sorbet tasted like. So are there any other questions? If not, I'm gonna get a plate. I'm gonna plate one of these plates up real quick. And then if not, I'll let you guys go because he's got about a half an hour until Obi and Let's Start a Pop Collection. I think Gem Pops and maybe Pop and Trades are going live. They might already be live. I'm not really sure if they're doing that tonight or not, but I thought they were. So hang on one second. That feel warm. I'm usually the first idiot that burns themselves. I'm good at it. Thank you, Caitlin. I already know something's coming. Need a fork. Yeah, I use these with it raw. Alright, so I'm going to just lift a couple pieces of this out. Got some crispy parsley over the top here. I need something better than that. Okay. Like this. Okay. Trying not to get it too much on the skin, so because we're not going to eat just yet, but ladle that over the chicken, the sauce. There. So that is 40 clove chicken, roasted vegetables with pesto. delicious, delicious, you guys. Very healthy, and like I said, because we had the vegetables, because we've been growing them, this entire dinner, including the bottle of vermouth that we had to buy, cost us about $33. And that is, there's more than enough here to feed all three of us. We'll probably have leftovers. That's my dad's plate, because my mom and I'll probably only eat half of one of these big breasts. But it's awesome because once you grow your stuff and you can use it for so many different uses, it's amazing. I'm very, very lucky that we have the garden that we do.
I'd say so. But you can, even if you got a little windowsill, you can grow some herbs. Fresh herbs make a huge difference.
Yep. All right. Put that down for my dad. All right. Do you guys have any other questions? If not, I'm going to let you guys go. Go get yourselves a snack. And then go check out Obi on Let's Start a Pop Collection. So I just want to say thank you guys so very, very much for stopping by tonight. We appreciate it. Where's Mama Lane? Here, step in. She's shorter, so she can get in front. Yeah, we want to thank you. This is kind of like a dream come true for both of us that we get to do this together. I mean, we cook, and when we do cook, we are pretty good at getting everything out on time, and we've got Thanksgiving down to a science and everything else. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I know you guys can see our feet too, so that's funny. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We will see you guys next week, hopefully with Umpty live and in person for the Morocco snack crates. So everybody enjoy your week. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.